welcome to day 9 of the Vlogmas. Yesterday I showed you some projects that you can make with the scraps, whether you have 1 yard of scrap or 40 grams of scraps left over. I hope you enjoyed that video. And today I'm going to share my crafter's gift guide for the holidays. So these are items that I highly recommend that any knitter have. They're great. It's a great list for loved ones and family members or friends that plan on shopping for you this holiday season, so you can just forward them this video, give you some ideas on what you want to ask for or purchase for yourself for Christmas. So, or whatever holiday you're celebrating. So I'm just gonna jump right in. I do have ideas for both knitters and other types of crafts and also kids, so make sure you watch the full video to see that. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. If you have any additional suggestions on gifts that are good for knitters or crafters during the holidays, leave them in the comments below. So I'm going to start off with the knitter slash crocheters gift guide. I am a knitter, I don't crochet, but a lot of these gifts are versatile for both a knitter and a crocheter. So if you have one or both in your life, any of these should work. So my number one suggestion for that knitter or crocheter in your life is to get them a good needle or hook set. For knitters, I recommend an interchangeable needle set. My suggestion would be something similar to Chiaogu. They are the best needles for your money, period. And I feel like I am a needle expert and can say that. I'm the unofficial official needle expert, and I'm allowed to say that because I have upwards of 10 different interchangeable sets. So I have tried a lot of needles, I've tried a lot of cables, I've tried a lot of companies, and Chiaogu is by far one of the best interchangeable sets for your money. And you can find them on Amazon, and they have 2 different size sets. They have the small set, which is the smaller needle tip sizes, not lengthwise, but like the smaller US sizes. And they have the full set. So the small set is about $76 on Amazon, and the large set is about $125. I got rid of my Chiaogu case and put all my Chiaogu needles in there, so I'm just going to show you, if you're not familiar with interchangeable needles, they typically come in a case like this. This is my Addy Click short tip needle set. I just haven't gotten rid of the case yet because this is kind of the case I've been using for my traveling. That's funny, if I ever travel again. Hashtag 2020. I did put the needles away. I just happen to still have the case. So basically it'll come in some sort of case like this. This one is just magnetic clip, so it's kind of like a bonus gift, really. And it just holds all your needles in whatever form of casing they have. Another good idea for those knitters in your life is to get on Etsy and look for needle cases, because I don't think it's something that we normally think to buy for ourselves, but it's definitely a gift I think every knitter could benefit from, or crocheter. And I'm going to try to remember to apply everything that I say to crochet. However, I am not a crocheter, so sometimes I forget to do so. And then this needle case has like a zipper on the back. Okay, so the next thing that I recommend is a ball winder, and not just any ball winder. A lot of knitters have the standard 2-ounce ball winders. They're smaller, they're made mostly of plastic, and in my experience, I've tried a few different brands and I always end up having problems with them after about a year. Some of my friends have those and they've lasted them years and years and years. I don't know if maybe I'm just more not gentle with mine or what, but the one that I have used that's tried and true that I've had for several years without any problems is the Sandwood large 4-ounce ball winder. So I highly recommend this. It does take up a little bit more space and it's a bit more expensive, but I was buying ball winders that cost between $20 and $40 and they would last me a year, maybe 2 years, and I'd have to get rid of them. This one I have had for close to 3 years now, and I've had no problems. Another item that you could pair with this if you're looking to add to the gift would be a Swift. I don't have a Swift that I can recommend because I have yet to find one. I've had, I think, 3 or 4 different Swifts, and it just seems like I still haven't found that perfect one. I think the one I have now is actually a Stanwood Swift. And I don't know if it's the Swift that I have issues with or the way my setup is because it's kind of at an angle, but my tension is off because of the Swift, and it causes problems in my yarn cakes, which if you're not a knitter, that was like complete different language for you. But if you have a knitter in your life, they know what I am talking about. And I highly recommend getting a nice Swift to go with your ball winder. This ball winder, it's the Stanwood ball winder. I got mine on Amazon. It's between $70 and $80. So it's a bit more expensive. It's an investment, but it's well worth the money if you're looking to spend that much. The next item that I highly recommend is a good set of blocking mats. And if you're like me, I have put off buying this particular, I've seen this on Amazon, I've seen it in different yarn stores, I've seen it at different craft events, and I always said, I'm not gonna buy that. It's $35 for this set of blocking mats. It's an expensive, to me, when I first saw these, I was like, I am not paying that much for blocking mats when I can go on Amazon or to the dollar store and order children's play mats and use those for a quarter of the price. I have to say, after purchasing this on a whim, because I've always wanted one but didn't want to pay the money, I will never go back to the children's play mats ever again. So first of all, the benefits of these is that they are thicker. So if you're like me and you block either on a wood surface or on your bed or carpet surface, the children's play mats, they're not very thick, and my needles always stab through. There is not enough support. The blocking mats were not thick enough. With these, I don't ever have to worry about poking a pin through to the wood or poking a pin through to the carpet and it getting caught or stuck. I don't need to worry about with these. These are thick enough to handle pretty much any size pin that you use. Not only that, but they have these wonderful, wonderful grid lines on them. And I never realized how important grid lines were to blocking until I had these blocking mats. And I am telling you, if you have not used blocking mats with grid lines, you absolutely need to. It changed my blocking life. I immediately wanted to reblock everything that I owned after the first time I used these because I finally had a straight line without spending 500 hours trying to pin it correctly. It makes my blocking time so much faster and I don't have to use wires to do it. So I highly, highly, highly recommend the Knit IQ blocking mats. They are $35 on Amazon, and they would make a wonderful gift for the knitter in your life or crocheter. Trust me on this one. They will change your life. Life changing. It's probably one of my favorite acquisitions of the year, which is saying a lot. The next suggestion that I have are bags or baskets for your knitter. So these are just 2 smaller ones that I have. I do have some larger baskets. It doesn't have to be any specific brand. You can get on Etsy and look for knitting baskets or knitting bags or project bags. You can find pretty much anything on Etsy. Basket wise, it doesn't have to be like, I got these at a craft shows. I like to get them and take them home because it's like a memorabilia thing and they're handmade, and there's a whole story behind the company that makes these. It's very just ethically sourced. However, I will say, go to your local Target. It doesn't have to be a knitting specific basket for your crafter to love it. It's like, we love organization. We need organization in our life. The more organization we have, the better off we are. Target has some great options. I'm sure you can probably find something at Walmart as well. So it's just one of those gifts that would make a great addition to the crafter in your life without breaking the bank or having to stress about where you're going to find it from. But also, another great thing about bags and baskets that's a benefit for the crafter is that you can fill them up with more things. So when you give the basket to them, you can put yarn in, you can put some of the different accessories and stuff that I'm going to show you that I recommend. You can put all the little things that you buy them. You can put chocolate, coffee, tea, and just fill up the basket, and that knitter is going to have the best Christmas gift ever. Oh, speaking of small items to put in your basket, I have a couple of recommendations for you. So the first thing that I recommend is a good knitting balm. Now, I'm not talking just any lotion out there. I'm not talking about any body balm. I'm talking about a knitter's balm that has lanolin in it. Lanolin is found in the wool of sheep, and it helps you. And really when we're knitting with wool, like, it just sucks the moisture out of our hands. So the more lanolin that you have in a lotion bar, the better off it is. Other lotions are made with a water base, and so it causes a lot of friction when we're knitting, so we can't knit when we put lotion on. So a lot of times knitters will just let their hands dry out because they'd rather be able to knit than have their yarn sticking to them. So the greatest invention in the world are these lanolin rich hand balms. Not every lotion bar has to have lanolin in it. It's the base that I prefer, but beeswax or some sort of wax is going to be the best base. You want to look for in the ingredients, you want to look for beeswax, coconut oil, lanolin. Those are the ingredients you want to look for when you're shopping for your crafter. So the couple of suggestions that I have here brand wise is Tuft Woolen. She's my favorite. She's an indie pourer, I guess. She makes lotion bars. She makes chapsticks. She makes some wool wash bars, which I'm going to show in a minute. And she has them in all different scents, including unscented. So if you're not sure what scent they like, or you have somebody that is sensitive to scents, she has that as well. She has different scents throughout the year. My favorite Christmassy holiday scent that she has is pink peppermint. I love peppermint. If you know me, you know I'm a peppermint and a vanilla fan, and if I could mix them together into everything I own, I would. So it's Tuft Woolens, TUFT, and it's www.tuftwoolens.com. And then also I have this milk and honey bar. It's milkandhoneysoap.com. It again is a lotion bar. It's got a little bee on it. So, and this one is, she again has different scents. This one is lemongrass. I think I got it in a kit. And then one of the other ones that I really love, I highly recommend this scent and this brand, is the Lolo bar. They are a bit more expensive, so if you're going price wise, I would go with Tuft Woolens. But for what you get, these, oh my gosh, I wish you guys could smell this. It's orange vanilla and it smells so good. It makes me want to eat a creamsicle. So anyway, I highly recommend Lolo bars, and her website is www.bar-maids.com. So I highly recommend getting your knitter some lotion bars. The next thing that I recommend to go inside of that basket, you're going to buy them, is the Tuft Woolens, or any kind of wool wash, really. Anything that they can use that is a specific for washing their finished products. So Tough Woolens has these bars, so when you're picking up some hand balm and chapsticks, you can also pick up one of these wool wash bars. They again come in a bunch of different scents. She also offers cedar planks that for a very good price that go with the lotion bars, so that when these are not in use, you can set it on the cedar plank to dry it out so it doesn't get all gross and messy all over everything. She also, I'm just gonna plug Tough Woolens here. She also has some bath bars. So it's like these bars that you can use to take a bath with, so you can pamper your knitter. So and they are very, very well priced, and she does have a few kits too. So I have pumpkin pasties and lavender apple, which I love lavender apple. My husband is not a big lavender fan, so I don't use it, but so I don't get to use it very often. But honeycomb, that one's good. This one is vanilla almond. If you are looking for a good scent and you're not sure what to get somebody, vanilla almond is always a safe choice because it's a very neutral scent and it's a very light scent. Another company that you can shop with to get some wool wash is Soak. This is a more kind of commercial name brand product. So Soak is doesn't just make washes for knitters or crafters. It's actually a wool wash company, so it's meant to for your more delicate laundry. In general, it's like a laundering company. They cater to the crafters because we probably order it the most often, but it is more of like a commercial company rather than an indie company. So they have these little gift bottles. They have larger, I think I have one right here. Yep. They have these larger bottles, and then they also have these little try it packs. So if you're not sure what scent to get, you can get like a little trial pack and just throw them in your basket. Instead of purchasing a hand balm or a wool wash, you can also make one for your knitter, which comes from the heart. It's a fun activity to do with kids if you're looking to do handmade Christmas this year. There are so many different recipes online that you can find. And in fact, I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to make both. So if you stay tuned to Vlogmas, then look out for those videos because I'll teach you how to make them. You can make them for the people in your life. So if you don't want to purchase and you want to hand make your Christmas gifts this year, that is also an option. One more accessory that I highly recommend buying for your crafter, and that is a pattern keeper. Now, not all crafters will use this. Some crafters are mainly iPad electronic based, which I try to do as much as I can to be green. But if you do have somebody that prints out their patterns or is somebody that knits a lot of charts, then I recommend a chart. I think they're called chart keepers on some websites, pattern keepers on others. You can find them on Amazon, you can find them on knitpicks.com, and you can also find them on Webs. I just ordered some from Webs actually, so those should be coming soon. But it comes with some magnets. It's a magnetic board, so they just attach their pattern. They can slide it. This particular one has a expandable pocket, so I can keep notions, needles, or my patterns in there. It has a pin holder. I think it did come with a pin, but the pin dried out and I got rid of it because I've had this one forever. This particular one is from Knitter's Pride, but there's so many different styles that you can get. There's this size, they have smaller ones, so this is also a good idea for a smaller gift if you have like a knitting or crocheting gift exchange and the gift has to be under $20. This is perfect for that. So because they run between about $14 and $20, but sometimes you can find them on sale with coupons, especially all the holiday sales we are having right now. So now we are moving on from just knitting and crocheting gift ideas to general crafting ideas if you have a crafty person in your life you're buying for. One of the things I highly recommend for all crafters are notebooks and planners. Anything that is fun and bright and bold, or something that is like has sheep on it. Like, we love notebooks. We use notebooks all the time. This is actually, this one is I didn't grab a notebook to show you, but this is a planner that I have. It's just got an owl on the front, and I can go in here and plan out my projects for the year. I can write down, you know, what yarn I'm using or what patterns I want to make, or just in general keep some notes in here. I also have this fun little Productive AF. This is from Knock Knock. They are a small business that sells a ton of things like this. So this is it's kind of like a post-it note type thing. It doesn't have a sticky on the back, but you just use it up and then tear it off. They have so many different styles. They have to-do lists, they have grocery lists. I have a grocery list that has a magnet on the back, and I can stick it to my fridge. This particular one is do these things, contact these people, buy this stuff, and then as you check mark stuff off your list, you color in the chart down here, and it has everything from weak sauce to kicking ass to taking names to done and done, so you can kind of keep track of your progress. So if you're like me and you like lists, then this is a good gift idea. Again, the brand is Knock Knock, and go check out their website. They have a bunch of different kind of fun options. So a common theme for all crafters, I said it before, I'll say it again, is organization. Every crafter needs organization in their life. So for my sewing friends and my cross-stitching friends, I highly recommend a sewing box. They have some really fancy nice ones at Joann's that you can get, or even just a tackle box. You know, I love getting those little like they're clear tackle boxes that you can find in a what are they called? Hardware store. In a hardware store, they have like the little slots, and those are perfect for knitters because we have lots of little things, or not knitters, those are perfect for crafters because we have lots of little notions that we have to organize. We have beads and stitch markers and threads and all kinds of stuff that we need to organize. So any kind of little bit of organization goes a long way for a knitter. I highly recommend these photo boxes for any crafter. I just Google photo boxes, or on Amazon, they're like $25. And I use them for my needle organization. People could use them for any kind of little crafting notions that they use. Something that you can get for a crafter that could be just a fun craft for them to do is diamond painting. I tried it before. It was fun while it lasted. My eyes needed a break because they can be hard to see, and they are very tiny beads everywhere. But don't let that discourage you, because it's like paint by numbers, but with beads, and crafters love that kind of stuff. So I highly recommend you take a look at, they have them at Joann's, they have them on Amazon, and you can also Google. Be careful, a lot of the diamond painting companies are based in other countries, so it may take quite a while to ship and get here. So when you're ordering online, just be conscientious of where they're shipping from to make sure that it gets here in time for Christmas. Otherwise, again, you can find them at Joann's, you can find them on Amazon. But I highly recommend, if you have a crafter in your life who hasn't tried diamond painting, or who maybe already loves diamond painting, then check that out. But make sure you also check out the diamond painting accessories, because they will need the diamond painting organization boxes to keep track of their beads, to make sure that they don't go everywhere. So look for diamond painting accessories as well. Also, if you see the little pick-me-up pins for diamond paintings, those are wonderful. I can't recommend them highly enough. I know that I'm like a broken record saying that, but I wouldn't put it in this video if I didn't highly recommend these items. So I would definitely check that out. So if you have somebody who likes to cross stitch in your life, there are so many accessories you can buy for cross stitchers, including handmade grime guards. They're basically like fabric that you can put around the outside of your cross stitch to keep the fabric nice and clean. And you can find those on Etsy. I would just go on Etsy and look for cross stitch grime guards. And not only do you get something personalized, because there's all different kinds of fabrics and patterns you can choose from, but you're also supporting a small business during this holiday. Also, while you're on Etsy, go ahead and look for those needle minders. They're basically magnets that you can attach to your cross stitch that will magnetically cling to your little needles so that they don't lose their needle when they're working on a project. And again, organization for cross stitchers, because they have all that thread and nowhere to put it. So any kind of cross stitch organization that you find online, I'm sure a cross stitcher would love to get. And this is my favorite part because as a child who tried pretty much every craft by the age of 10, I'm going to give you a crafting gift guide for kids. So if you have children in your life who you're trying to get interested in crafts, or you're trying to find things to do with them because it's 2020 and we've all been cooped up inside and we're about to go into a long, hard winter, here are some ideas that I loved as a kid that I think your kids or your grandkids or your nieces and nephews will love as well. So one of my favorite things to do as a kid was the Learn to Cross Stitch kits. They are plastic, not fabric, and they have larger holes, and most of them have plastic needles, so you don't have to worry about them poking themselves, and the yarn is a bit thicker. It's more of a yarn than a thread, but I loved to do those as a kid, and they have all different stages. So they have everything from a very beginner to an intermediate beginner, and it switches from plastic to fabric, it switches from yarn to thread. They have different patterns that get more complicated as they go, and it's a great way to introduce the kids in your life to cross stitching. They have those kits, mostly I've seen them at Joann's. I know they have a few at Walmart. They have them on Amazon. So those are all very accessible places to find those for the kids in your life. The next thing I highly recommend for kids is latch hooking. Believe it or not, latch hooking is such a fun hobby for kids to do. It teaches them hand-eye coordination and dexterity. It teaches them color placement. It's kind of like a paint by numbers, but with yarn. And it helps with, if you have a kid that is learning counting, it helps with counting, all those fun things where we want to exercise the kids' brain and keep them thinking, but also giving them something where they can keep their hands busy and keep their interest. And there's so many different patterns you can find. Again, Joann's is probably the place that I bought most of my latch hooking kits from. You can get them on Amazon. And what do you do with the kit when it's done? You can hang it, you can turn it into a rug. I remember starting one when I was like 13 that was an actual full-size rug. So they're just great decorations, and kids love to make them and give them as gifts as well. So I would highly recommend those. Another fun craft for the kids is the no-sew fleece blankets. You don't have to get a kit. You can just buy some fleece and cut some 2-inch strips around, have them tied in knots. I did this a few years ago with my niece. We made all the other kids in our family no-sew fleece blankets. So she had a lot of fun, and she felt like she was contributing to Christmas. A lot of them you can get on sale. Joann's has them on sale all holiday long, and if you have a coupon, you can get some really great deals on some no-sew fleece blankets. Highly recommend them. They're fun. It's just something to do to keep your mind occupied, and they're fun to give away as gifts or keep and cuddle for yourself. Along that line, if you check Joann's, I don't know if they still have them, but they used to have no-sew fleece clothing. So it was basically clothes that you could make using fleece without having to sew. So I would check on any of those type of kits while you're there. And then the last gift that I have for kids is a starter sewing machine. It is a little bit more of an investment, but basic sewing machines have really come down in price since I was a kid. My mom bought me one when I was about 12, and she taught me how to sew. You can find them between anywhere from $50 to $200, depending on how serious you want to go with it. The one that my mom got me was a real sewing machine. It wasn't like a kiddie version of a sewing machine. It was just a smaller, very basic sewing machine. And I had it all the way up until 2 years ago. So I used it all the way up until 2 years ago when my husband got me my new sewing machine for Christmas. So I can't recommend them enough. If you have a child that is interested in sewing, or you want to teach them how to sew, get them their own sewing machine, teach them how to sew a pillowcase. They will have so much fun on it, and they're also learning a very valuable life skill. So, and of course, you didn't think I was going to leave here without giving one more epic gift that can, across all boards, everybody will love. Everybody loves to get them. Everybody loves to use them. Nobody's going to complain, no matter how guilty you feel about thinking, did I put enough thought into this? Yes, you did. Is gift cards. Gift cards are amazing Christmas gift. Anytime my family asks me what I want for Christmas, I'm like, if you want to spend money on me, give me a gift card. I will buy what I want. That way there is no back and forth about, did I buy the right color? Did I buy the right size? Did I get the right thing? Are they going to like this? Are they not going to like this? Give them money. They can buy whatever they want from wherever they want, and they will love it, and you'll feel good knowing that they get something that they can use and it's not going to go to waste and you're not wasting your money. So gift cards are always a great option. My favorite idea though is to buy some of those smaller gifts, stack them in a basket, throw a gift card in there. It's probably I mean, if anybody ever did that for me, it would be my favorite gift ever. So highly recommend all those gifts. So I hope that you found something fun for your loved one or for yourself in this video. I hope that I enabled the crap out of you, because that's what I'm here to do. And I hope that you really enjoyed it. I had so much fun making this video. I can't wait until the next one. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.